Hi everyone, this is a quick video to show how to connect with the live agent in the USCIS website. I've seen this question come up multiple times where people are not able to connect to the live agent, instead are being directed to specific links within the website and not, being able to access any of the information that an agent can provide. So in this video, I'll walk you through the keywords that you need to put in to connect to a live agent, and also a couple of tips that I've learned from others and experienced myself. So I'm on the USCIS website. This is the homepage, uscis.gov. And once you're in this page, either the homepage or any of these pages, when you scroll, you can see on the top the Ask Emma pop-up shows up. So you click on this, then you can see a chat window that opens up at the bottom. So Emma is USCIS virtual chat assistant, which will help you with questions, general questions, and point you to resources. The other powerful thing within Emma is the ability to connect to a live agent, similar to what most of the other websites that you would see either with your phone carriers or in any of the other service websites. It usually starts with a bot and then they take you to a live agent. So similar kind of design here as well. So once you're in the Emma window, I know a lot of people directly start with a question. So for example, say, what is my status? And if you directly start with a question, you can see that Emma points you to resources within the website. And this doesn't help you in talking to an agent, but instead you would just be navigating within the website. The key here is to, as soon as you're in this website, type in the keyword live agent. When you type, it takes a couple of seconds. It basically disappears here. It says, please wait. And, it takes a couple of seconds for it to show up. So once you type live agent, now Emma asks you a different set of questions, right? It says that if you want to connect to a live agent, what is the topic that you're interested in? There are a couple of options. I usually select the case status option here. You can also you can also use the connect to a live chat option. But this would, usually ask an additional question if you have a current application. So if you want fewer clicks and, it's just at the top and I'm used to it, so I always click the case status. So once you click on case status, then Emma asks, again, if you want to connect to a live agent, you can click to connect to a live agent, and then it asks for the receipt number. So with the receipt number, your receipt number is the receipt number that you have received for your application. So I think for a 485 application, it's usually MSC, LIN, or SRC. Um, and once you type in your receipt number, I'm just going to use an example here, right? It usually, it doesn't show the receipt number on the window, but don't worry, it's being captured within the system. And then it asks you for a question, what question you want to talk about. And here it doesn't matter what you type in because you're already within the live chat workflow. It doesn't take you to generic links, but instead these are the responses that are being captured for for the agent to have some information beforehand. I usually type in like case not updated or what is my case status. Like I said, it really doesn't matter what you type in here. As soon as you do that, again, it says, please wait. You don't see the question, not to worry. It directly puts you into the queue. It's been super fast, off late. USCIS operates between 8 a.m. EST and 8 p.m. EST. So make sure that you type this live agent within that time. So if you try to use this feature and type in live agent outside of these hours, then Emma directly takes you to a contact us page and you won't be able to connect with an representative. Um, so when you're on this, when you can see I'm already connected to an agent. Sometimes you'll be put in a queue if there is a lot of requests, but like I said, it's been like super fast. You saw it just took few seconds to get an agent. So it's been random for me. Even though I type in a receipt number, they usually ask for a receipt number. Sometimes they already have a receipt number and go into verification details. But I'm going to end the chat here so that, I'm not stopping this queue or for others who can make use of this. But basically, they would ask for a receipt number, and once you type in the receipt number, they ask for verification information that includes your first name and last name, your date of birth, and your full address. Make sure that you provide your full address, including state, zip code, street, and honestly, like I have typed this in my notebook within my notepad and stored it so that I can just copy and paste it and I don't need to type it from scratch. So that's one thing that I would definitely do if you're someone who would be reaching out regularly to understand the updates. The other piece of information that they would ask is the phone number and email. So this is optional information. This is more for documenting purpose. If you don't want to provide that, or if you're someone who reaches out very frequently to USCIS, maybe multiple times in a day, you may want to avoid it so that they don't question why you're reaching out to them so many times. So again, you can politely decline saying that I don't want to provide my email and phone number, but I usually provide that so that you're at least starting off with a positive note. So yeah, so those that is how you would get into a chat, start using the chat. And the other couple of things that I've observed is I know few people talk about receipt number and the A number. So you can provide either of those. The A number is the alien number that you would receive in your USCIS notice. I've tried both of them and I've always received the same update, so I don't think uh, either of these numbers provides any additional updates. I think it's all the same application or the same information that they would see when you provide either of these numbers. But again, it doesn't hurt to do a trial and error or experiment if you're reaching out multiple times on the same case. Um, the other tip is I know there's I've seen like mixed review about the information that the agents can provide. I can very much tell that it's very limited. It depends on agent to agent. I've seen a few agents not providing the information that a previous agent provided. So I don't know if it's either a lack of visibility between the agents, or they're not going through the whole case all the time. So the what I usually do is try to ask a couple of times, right? So I would reach out and say if my application has been moved to a field office, and if I get a constant no answer from a couple of agents, then I am confident that so it's not moved to a field office. But if I get varying responses, that's where I would still continue contacting, giving a little bit of gap so that you at least know what information you're constantly receiving and at least can believe that's right. So yeah, so there's not a ton of information that you would receive, but it's been like super helpful for me to understand where my case has been located. So if a case moves to a field office, it doesn't update on the system as case has been transferred, or you don't get a notice, but that information is usually available with the live agent. So that's one thing that you can definitely leverage this option for. And again, like I said, it's sometimes a hit or a miss, but doesn't hurt trying it out. Cool. So yeah, so I think those were the main, tips and how to connect to a live agent. Hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching.